I am Dr. Karen E. Sutton. I got a PhD from Morgan State University in December 2021. I wrote my dissertation on my 9 Revolutionary War ancestors. Officially, the Revolutionary War was from 1776 to 1783. There was only a small percentage of blacks who were free. And I am blessed to say that my family, the Nickens, Nickens, that's the usual spelling these days, were free, and they got their freedom in 1690. They lived in Lancaster and Northumberland Counties, Virginia, the lower part of the northern neck. It's called a neck because it is an area of land that juts out into the water, and on 3 sides it is water, and on the 4th side there's land. Lancaster County being the southernmost county in the northern neck. Nickens Nine, that's what I call them in my dissertation, were 9 free, so-called or quasi-free black men who served in the American Revolution. My direct ancestor was Amos Nickens Jr. He is the only one from Northumberland County. The rest were from Lancaster County. I call them quasi-free because they were not enslaved. They were so-called free blacks who were actually slaves without masters, meaning that they were not formally enslaved, but there were restrictions on black people who were called free. There were no restrictions on white people. The lives of these men revolved around their families in the African tradition that it takes a village to raise a child, and knowing that the entire quasi-free black community was closely scrutinized, and one mistake could mean a death sentence for the individual or lifetime banishment from that community as an enslaved person who was subject to being sold away from the whole community. As a quasi-free black person, any little thing you did wrong, maybe a white person had to spend a couple of years in jail. If you are a so-called free black, you're going to be enslaved for life, probably to somebody that is not going to treat you right, somebody that you don't care about, and they may even move you, because if you are enslaved, you are subject to the will of your owner. They could kill you, which would not be very profitable, but they did have that right, or they could sell you, or they could rent you out to somebody in another location far away from your loved ones. So that's what being a free black was. Also, they were working with a diminished income. Amos served as a substitute for his father, Amos Nickens Sr., and he served for 3 years. The others were John, James, Edward, Hezekiah, William, Robert, Richard, and Nathaniel. because they worked on the water when they enlisted in the water branch of the military, being the Navy. They knew Virginia better than the newly formed national forces, so they were in the Virginia State Navy. There was a State Navy and there was a Continental Navy. The Nickens Nine, 7 were seamen in the Virginia State Navy. The remaining 2 served as soldiers in the state line. All but 1 came back after the war to their community. The one who never returned was Hezekiah. He allegedly died a prisoner of war, and he was one of the seamen.